Hey, Lovies. Whatever is not growing is dead. That's it. It's dead. If it's not growing, it's dead. If you're not growing, you're dead. If your career isn't growing, it's dead. If your relationships aren't growing, they're dead. Whatever is not growing is dead. Let me explain. Hey, Lovies, welcome to the Discovering Me podcast. Hope you're having a great day so far, no matter what day it is, no matter what time it is. I hope you're having a great day. As we talked about earlier, as I aforementioned earlier, whatever is not growing is dead. And there's a lot of things that are growing in your life that you should be so proud of and so excited about, and that you should be working on that particular garden in your life and working on that particular thing that is growing and giving it nourishment and all the things. But we can't focus on that one thing that we're excited about, one thing that we're proud about, and leave out these other 15 things that aren't growing, that is dying. The leaves of that thing is going brown. Let me tell you something. I do not have a green thumb at all. I absolutely, in my mind, have a big old farm with raised bed gardens and all of the things. My Pinterest board for my garden is amazing. Okay. Can I grow anything? I have no idea. When I've tried like houseplants, they don't really do it. Even the peace lilies. And you can't, it's really hard to kill a peace lily, but I've done it. So I've noticed that whenever things start dying, they start to turn brown. They start to lose their sparkle, their liveliness, their color. And so that can sometimes happen with our careers, our business, our relationships, our why. We have to have a why in life. Why do we do the things we do? And sometimes that why kind of starts to decay, starts to die. Before it can even decay, it has to start losing life. It has to start losing the breath. And why does our why lose breath? Because we're not feeding it what it needs to live. Why is your relationship losing breath? Because you're not breathing into it. You're not paying it any attention. You're not giving your relationship what it needs to grow and thrive. And so we have to figure out, what will we let die and what are we going to help to grow? So let's make this make sense to you. So you have this particular career that you have went to school for, you got degrees for it, and then you're working in this particular job that is draining the absolute life out of you, out of your social circle, is draining life out of the excitement that you used to have for this particular industry or this particular field or this particular career. Does this mean that your career is dying? Or does this mean that you need to replant that career into a garden that can thrive again? Sometimes we try to stay places that we're not thriving anymore. Yes, it gave us luscious leaves at first. It gave us fruit. It gave us healing. But sometimes we need to replant ourselves in a different garden in life. So is your career dying? Maybe not. But is it time to move to another job or another place where you can plant that career? Possibly. How do we know the difference? We know the difference because we still have a passion for what it is we're doing. Okay. So whenever it was time for me to leave my last job, I knew it was time because God told me it was time. And the job was literally draining me. The job was where I had my first anxiety seizure and my second anxiety seizure. And it was just literally draining me because it was time to go. Do I still thrive in that industry, in that particular space? Absolutely. It's my babies. I was working with babies. And I was working with mommies and their babies. So I am still passionate about that. I'm still excited about helping moms become the mothers that they're supposed to be, and helping them with their children, helping them to communicate with their babies and understand their children and have this healthy relationship with their children. That's still a passion of mine. I still do it like every week. And it's not in the job setting, it's just in my life setting. So can I make that a career? Absolutely. Will it turn into a career? Probably so. Am I dabbing in that? A little bit. And so we're going to be talking about later about discovering our motherhood, and that kind of dives into that passion that I have about helping mothers parent in the way that they know how. And that's going to bring us to my next thing. So as we're discovering ourselves, and we talk about in the way that they know how, when we're talking about the moms, everything is in the way that you know how. Okay. So you can't grow like somebody else grows sometimes. Let's say a corn stalk can't grow like a watermelon. Okay. Because they're not the same. So whenever you are given an assignment by God, because that's who gives us our assignments. That's why we're here. That's what we're discovering. Just in case you're new here, this is what we talk about. And so we have to understand that we have to grow how we grow. We need the nutrients that we need. We need the sunlight that we need. We need the water that we need. Because if you ever know about planting anything, every plant doesn't need the same amount of sunlight. That's why we don't have pineapple trees here in North Carolina. They're not going to grow. This is not the atmosphere for them. So whenever we start doing different tasks, and I will always use myself as an example because I'm on this journey with you. So whenever I started, no, not even started, y'all, because I've been an entrepreneur since 18. I should be a multimillionaire by now, but I was playing, and I'm not playing anymore, but I was playing back then. I just stopped playing like a couple months ago. Anyway, so the point is, I don't do business like everybody does business. So I am on social media a lot. I'm on YouTube a lot, researching, looking at different business methods, looking at different social media strategies, looking at different things like that. And it does not fit me. Everything does not fit me. So what I do is I take little pieces from here, little pieces from there, and I mold them into what works for me. How do I know what works for me? Because I have been on this journey of self-discovery. I know that I cannot give you 5 points on why you should buy my book. And the funny thing is, I could, but when you say sell your book, then I get like, what? I can't. I can, but the word sell for me is a trigger word that like freezes me. If you tell me share your book, oh yeah, we can share a book all the time. And the book that I'm talking about is the Discovering Me book. And it's available on Amazon, and I'll put the link down in the description. Okay. So anyway, so for me, it's like, it's not sell your product, sell your product, sell your product. When I hear that, I automatically just turn it off. Like my brain is like, nope, because we don't sell over here. And I'm just now understanding that the verbiage that is used is what kind of puts me in a deer in the headlights. Because if you, like I said, if you tell me to share it, I can share all day. I share things with people all day. I can refer you to different people. I was referring somebody to one of my Cosmo girlfriends that still does hair in a salon. So I don't do hair in a salon anymore. But I know people that do, and I can refer you all day. I can refer all day. I may see something on my timeline that somebody is selling, or somebody that's introducing something, a service or product, and I'm like, man, that's cool. And I'm like, maybe I can't purchase it right now, but let me share it with the Lovies to see if somebody can want to pick it up. I can do that all night long, all day long, whatever. I had to learn that in my garden, the word sell does not make my business grow. That's the whole point. So I don't do it like everybody else does it. I take bits and pieces that I need and plant them and utilize them to help my garden grow. It's not going to be like everybody else. So stop trying to be like everybody else. And whatever you're trying to be like everybody else in, stop it. Stop it. Do it like you do it. And if you don't know how you do it, try something. Try it. Try it. Do we have fundamental principles of how we operate in things? Yes. Do I still have laws I have to follow in business? Absolutely. Same laws everybody in North Carolina has to follow, because that's where my state is, and sometimes they change depending on the state. But same rules and regulations that everybody in North Carolina follows in business, I have to follow those rules and regulations. But do I have to operate in the same manner that other people operate? Absolutely not. I have been listening to business gurus, and whatever they say has possibly worked for them. They have receipts, right? I try to utilize it. It hasn't worked for me. If you've been following me for a long time, you can see how in a lot of different businesses, because that's where my gifts and talents are. And so at one point, it was everybody's like niche down and concentrate on one thing, and the master of none, all of the things, But for me, I have got to figure out, and I'm figuring it out now, and it's becoming more clear, how to do several businesses within the same umbrella. So my umbrella is self-discovery. But I don't want to just do one business, because there's so many ways that I can put self-discovery into the other things that I've been doing. So I don't want to shut down other businesses that I've been doing to concentrate on a podcast, to concentrate on coaching and consulting. I don't want to shut down coaching and consulting to concentrate on the boutique. I don't want to shut down the boutique to concentrate on virtual assisting, which is new, by the way. I'll be sharing that with you guys soon. But I don't want to shut all these things down, because I'm good at them, and because they are lucrative businesses, right? And because I reach different lovies in different businesses. So my umbrella in which the businesses are under is in self-discovery. That is what works for me. So I have the boutique, I have El Marie's Teas, I have El Marie's Coaching and Consulting, and I have El Marie's Business Helper, and the podcast. So those are 5 things that I'm doing right now. And those 5 things are going to bring me 5 different streams of income, saying the same thing, sharing the same concept, sharing the same principles of life, and really digging deep into the pool of people that can be reached with the message of self-discovery. Whether it's by discovering your style, whether it's by discovering your voice, whether it's by discovering who you are, number 1, whether it's by discovering your journey, whatever it is, discovering your transition, I'm here for it. I am here for it, and I'm sharing it with you all every day, every week, making sure that you guys get this undeniable principle of life that you gotta know who you are. And I can put it in so many veins, and I can put it in so many streams of income. And it works for me. It may not work for you. You may have to stick and stay to one thing. And that's okay. That's okay. That's your assignment. Is it growing? Yes, it's growing day by day. And I'm finally in a place to where I feel like I'm growing. I feel like, oh, y'all, I'm going to say this because it's true. I am comfortable. And when I say comfortable, I don't want your mind to go to laziness. I don't want your mind to go to complacency. I am comfortable in an area of I am at peace. You know, these things challenge me, yet I am comfortable in giving my best self to these things. I am comfortable with growing in this area. I am content in the fact that I am here, yet I still have goals. Yet I'm still open to transition. Yet I can still thrive. Yet I still go out and get it every day. So oh gosh. And then I'm in a place of rest. I can rest where I am. Y'all, I haven't had rest in a long time, and God has been talking to me about it. And I'm not talking about sleep. I'm talking about peace. I'm talking about the peace in my entrepreneurship. I haven't had it. And now it's coming. And now it is here. And now it is settling in, because I finally stopped trying to do what everybody else was doing and work through with many years of research and trial and error and dropping the ball and not making any money and all of the things. I'm figuring it out, and it's working for me. It's working for me. It took me a while, but I figured it out, and I'm still figuring it out. I'm still growing every day. I'm still learning every day. I'm still nurturing my entrepreneur journey every day. And not only am I nurturing that, but I'm a newlywed. I'm nurturing my marriage. I'm nurturing the transition from not having my mother here on earth and being able to be a full-time caregiver for her, and being all in business and entrepreneurship, and the way that I spend most of my time. I'm growing in that. I'm growing in that, Lovies. And that's what I want for you. The bottom line is, whatever you have, relationship, career, business, school, education, traveling, whatever your assignment is at the moment, I want you to be able to grow in it. I want you to know what grows it, the nutrients that you need, the vitamins that you need, the amount of water, the amount of sunlight, whatever it is you need to grow whatever it is you have going on. I need you to pinpoint that thing out, and I need you to work. I need you to work in your garden of life. I need you to till. I need you to pull up the weeds. I need you to fertilize. Yes, it's stinky. Yes, it's hard work, but it has to be done to grow, because whatever doesn't grow is what? Dead. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we want to get death away from our growth. We want to get the death away from life. The only death that we should be reminded of is the death that Jesus died on the cross for us. But he got up. Not but, and he got up. Did he die? Yes. And he got up. That's the only death that we should really focus on. Other than that, it's all about growth, baby. Do I remember that my mom passed away and died? Absolutely. Do I focus on that? No. It would paralyze me. It would paralyze me. I would be going into a deep depression. So what I choose to focus on is what the next chapter is in my life that God has told me. What is my next assignment? Let's work in that, God. Let's thrive in that. And when I do remember my mom's passing, because it's never going to go away, then I remember the good times. I shed a couple of tears, and I get back focused on God and what God wants me to do in my godly assignments. That is how you grow. That is how you keep moving. So that's what I want you to do, Lovies. Focus on what you can grow. Pull out the dead things in your life. Let them go. Or use them for nutrients. Sometimes rotten things can be used to grow. But that's another podcast for another day. So until next time, Lovies, make sure in this chaotic life, you always focus on the good. All right, toodles.